Okay, a little background about this unit. All the vocabulary that we learned in Unit 1, it's here again. And I don't have the patience anymore. It's either you know it or you don't, now that we're in Unit 2. And you're going to see that right from example 1. We're going to have a vocabulary term we talked about. Second thing, if you have friends, family that have taken geometry before, I'm sure you have heard a huge, huge, huge piece of geometry is these things called proofs, which we will be starting this unit and continue on through every unit we do. All right. How should I put this? If we don't pick things up this unit and have a solid understanding, Unit 3, 4, 5, it's going to be tough. Okay? What I show you this unit, we'll be using in all the proofs we use throughout all the other units. Okay? So I'm just asking you, don't let it snowball if you're totally out there confused and have no idea what's going on. All right? We're not going to do a proof today. I think tomorrow you'll do your first proof ever. That's a big day for you tomorrow. You thought first day of kindergarten was big? Tomorrow's big too. It's your first proof, mathematical proof. All right? And we'll celebrate it when we do it. Here's what we got to do today. I'm going to give you a true fact and a diagram. Based off the true fact, can you mark your diagram with something? And can you tell me another true fact in return? All right. Now, organization, pretty key here. Keeping your thoughts organized. To do that, I'm going to ask that you keep your thoughts organized in a 2-column fashion. Okay? The first column is what we're going to call our statements. These are facts that you think and believe are true. I think this is true. That's what you're going to write down in your statements. I believe this is true. And then on the other, why is it true? These are what we call our reasons in the second column. Why do you think that is true? Based on your knowledge of geometry, why is it true? So that's how we're going to keep all our thoughts organized through the remainder of the year. And we're going to number them. So statement 1, I'll take this one. Statement 1 is going to be my given. I know that's true. I know it's true because I gave it to you. So we're just going to start out with AB. I am not going to talk about that symbol because hopefully you know what it means. Line segment BC. And anybody, how do I know that's true? Because it was what? Given to you. So all you have to write is given. So that's how we can start everyone off. You don't get any credit for that. There's no partial credit, sorry. All right. Now, let's get in the mode. Now that I see this, can I mark my diagram with anything? I don't know. Are we at that point yet? This is what I'm talking about. No patience for this anymore. All right. We used this in Unit 1. We talked about what it symbolized, what was the symbol for it. We talked, this was the symbol for it, and the definition of it. What is that symbol right there? Here we go. I'm going to do a much better job calling on people here. 27. Nope. Here we go. 3. What's that symbol for? Perpendicular. Perfect. Which means I can put what marking on my diagram now? If that's the perpendicular symbol, I better know what perpendicular means. What are you going to put on the diagram for me? 29. Where? We need to talk more here. That's not going to fly. The corner. Angle. Thank you. I'm going to put a right angle symbol at angle B. Hopefully we'd be able to do that on our own. Now, whatever you mark, put it in your diagram. What did we just mark? In your own words now. What did we just mark right here? In your own words. Here you go. 4. What did we just mark on the diagram? Done. Perfect. Angle B, and you can start using the symbols here, is A, and I like to abbreviate a lot. Here's the rule. Whatever I abbreviate, you can. If you start doing your own and I need like an answer key, like a little chart to say this abbreviation equals this, no good. All right, whatever I abbreviate is fair game for you guys. Angle B is a right angle. Here's where you may get frustrated in the Y part. All right, there are certain things I want written in, but I want to hear, in your words, why is angle B a right angle? Why? There's something up here that must have told you it was, because you didn't pull it out of thin air. 14, why is angle B a right angle? In your own words. You know what, because it's perpendicular, and you know what perpendicular means, right? So here's what I'm going to have you write. Ready? Perpendicular lines form, anybody want to finish that? Right angles. If you're going to tell me an angle is a right angle, most likely the reason's going to be because perpendicular lines form right angles. Okay? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's what I expected all of you to tell me. Now, could we go on and say another true fact? Yeah. Anything else you could tell me about my diagram? I want to try to build off, if angle B is a right angle, then something else I want to try to pull out of you. Something else. Okay? And I'm not going to call on anybody here because I don't know if you know what I'm looking for or not. But I think all of us should have had this down without a doubt. We should have known that right away. You're going to tell me something, Violet? How do you know that? I'm still listening to you. Why couldn't they be 50 and 40? Why do they have to be 45, 45? 60, 30? 10, 80? Right? Okay. All right, so I can't say angle A is 45. I have no idea if that is true or not. No idea. What do you got, Jacob? Nice job. I'm not going to write that down, but it's true. Angle C plus angle A plus angle C is equal to 90. Could I put that in words and say angle A and C are blank? Complementary. Yes, nice job. They're complementary. All right. I like it. I love it. Here's what I was actually looking for. Angle B is equal to what? 90 degrees. I know that angle has to be, I don't know what the other two are in degrees, but I know that's equal to 90. In your own words, why? Now I will ask somebody this. How do I know angle B is equal to 90? In your own words. 24. Do we have one? Nope. Let's try this again. 19. Why is it 90 degrees? You know the definition of a right angle. So that's what I'm going to put. Definition, I always abbreviate DEF of a right angle. All right. And again, yeah, hey, if you want it, Jacob gave us A plus C equals 90. I like it. Write it in your own words. Why? All right, today's goal is just to write down as much as you know is true based on my given in the diagram. That's today's goal. All right. Starting tomorrow, am I going to need all of this? Probably not. There's only certain pieces I'm going to need, and you'll get in the habit of recognizing what you need and what you don't need. Any questions on the first one? Because one doesn't make you great. All right, let's go to 2. New vocabulary term. Not new, but new today. One we've used already. Okay, here we go. Statements, reasons. Let's organize our thoughts. What's going to be our first true statement? The given. Yep, we can always put that first. Not get any partial credit for it, but we can put it first. And why is it true? Because it's given. Okay, you should be able to mark your diagram with something now, without a doubt, because we have this term in there. You should be able to mark your diagram with something now, if you know what that word means. Vocab, vocab, vocab. Okay, what can I mark my diagram with? Let's hear from 23. Not on angles. We never put angle. Where are you going to put the hash marks? I should ask that. Where are you going to put the hash marks? Because hash marks mean line segments are congruent, and I don't see any line segments. Arc marks, where? I like it. I like that a lot better. No arc marks, but no hash marks, but arc marks. Yep. Hopefully we could do that on our own. Now, what you just marked, put it in your statements. What did I just mark? Angle ABD. And if I put the arc marks, that means they are. So I'm going to put my congruent symbol I used in Unit 1 to angle DBC. I know those two are congruent. Now the frustrating part may be, hey, why? Why did you mark? There had to have been some reason up here why you marked it congruent. Why? In your own words. 13? In your own words, how did I know they were congruent? So why are they congruent? That's what I'm asking. You just told me they're half of the big one. So they're half of the same angle. That's why you're, okay. That's fine. That's a lot to write down. That's a mouthful, right? Okay, what key word up there said they were going to be equal? What was the key word I saw? Go ahead. Bisector. So here's what I'm going to have you write down for your reason. We know the definition, DEF, of a bisector. Okay. That's the main thing you should get from this problem. I am going to put a third fact. And Natalie kind of mentioned it already, but ready? The measure of angle ABD is equal to blank the measure of angle ABC. Get in this habit too here, because we are going to use this. So what can you tell me about the measure of ABD and how it compares to ABC? What am I missing there in my blank? 11, what am I missing there? Yep. Good job, Charlotte. Half. Why? What told me half up here? What told me half? Definition of a bisector, yep. Could I also write step 4 and write, instead of ABD, write DBC, angle DBC? I could. I don't want to get repetitive, though. All right, we could do a step 4. Any issues you're having? Identify the key vocabulary term and apply it to the diagram. All right, example 3. Anybody missing anything from example 3? A diagram? Oh, I'm so sorry, honors kids. You're missing a diagram. Draw your own. All right, draw your own. I don't think this is that bad. Draw your own. So sad. I think you can handle a line segment AB and M as the midpoint. Draw, not construct. Just draw it, and you should be able to mark it. So sad, honors kids. Sorry, didn't provide you with a diagram. Rough life. First world honors geometry problems. Yes?
On a test or quiz, do you tell us how many statements and reasons?
Absolutely not. I'm not never going to ask you to do this on a test or quiz. What's going to happen? Here's basically the idea of a proof we're going to start tomorrow. Is I'm going to give you some information and a diagram, and at the end I'm going to ask you to prove something is true. So based on the givens and your knowledge of all the vocabulary terms from Unit 1, it's almost like a puzzle. You got to put it in the correct order so it leads to what I need to prove true. All right, so I'm not going to ask you to list all these out. All right, what you're going to have to figure out starting tomorrow is, what do I need? And what do I don't need? Okay, that's going to be coming up tomorrow. All right, M's the midpoint of AB. What you mark on your diagram? 26. No? Do we have one? Nope. How about a 21? What can I mark on my diagram? Where? Good. Now I can go right to my statements and write mathematically what I just put on my diagram. So line segment AM congruent to, MB. Guys are going take a left down the stairs, all in one group over the sidewalk. Okay, here we go. That was fun. Going back. I didn't get to finish 3 yet. Okay, with number 3, I did want to put one more statement in. Very similar to what I put in for bisector up above. So what I want to do here is tell me something about the measurement of AM. I know it's equal to the measurement of MB. I don't want to repeat that. But it is 1/2 of AB. Yep. You could also substitute in what instead of AM? MB. All right. I forgot to put the reason before. AM congruent to MB. Did we put a reason? I just didn't write it. How do we know those two were congruent? What up there? Not definition of a bisector. Definition of a midpoint. Yep. And then any ideas how I know AM is 1/2 of AB? Also a definition of a midpoint. Yep. Questions there? Because I do want to try to finish up that last one. Going? Okay, a little bit interesting here on the next one. Because you don't really see any vocabulary terms. All I'm telling you is that should be line WR and line IE. All I'm telling you is I got 2 lines that intersect. There's no magic vocabulary word that says, ooh, I know what to do here. But based on the diagram, and that you know 2 lines intersect, you should know some types of angles that are formed here on your own. I do not have to provide you with a vocabulary term. So we know WR intersects, bless you, IE. Anything you know, I formed 4 angles. There are relationships going crazy up here between some of those angles. There we go. How about 8? Any relationships?
Angle WSI is vertical to angle USR.
So keep going. I don't have to say that they're vertical. I can go to the next step. And if you know they're vertical, they have to be. Okay, so I know WSI is congruent to ESR. Those 2 angles are, and yes, I know I could put the other pair as well if you wanted to. That's fine. Anybody know why? Okay, I don't want to write definition of vertical angles though, because the definition of a vertical angles are 2 angles that are opposite each other with 2 lines that intersect. We wrote a theorem, first unit. We said vertical angles are congruent. That's what I want to write there. I don't want definition of vertical angles. Okay, the definition of a vertical angle is that they're not congruent. It's a different. And then there's another relationship up here. I don't know if we'll have time to write this in, maybe. What do you know about WSI and ISR? There's not, I don't want equal 180 anymore. They are supplementary. So I could say WSI and ISR are supplementary. What would be my reason there? Linear pairs are supplementary. Okay, I'll finish that tomorrow. I know we didn't get time here. Nice job, though. Do what you can tonight. Don't get frustrated. And remember, there is no answer key.